Hey guys, welcome back to another video with Strategy content brought to you by Flash Custom Transfers. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how to set up a 22 by 60 gang sheet. As you can see here, I'm using my cousin's 518 clothing brand. My cousin is back home in Albany, New York, and he gets all of his transfers done by us here at Flash Custom Transfers. And he just reached out with a kind of a custom order here. Let's just adjust my screen. So his instructions, I'm not going to show you his email, but I will read his email. So he bought a 22 by, he bought one for $44.99. He's actually not a member. He would have got it for a little bit cheaper, and he also would have saved that shipping. But it cost him about 58 bucks to get all of these images sent to him. As you can see, if I zoom out here, it's a pretty big gang sheet. So he's able to make a lot of apparel for about 58 bucks shipped to him. Now, you know, there's some other companies out there who charge about this just for the sheet before it's even shipped. This is to his house all the way in New York. So his email was, "Hey, how are you? I just need mostly white Roman logos and 3 or 4 of the big circle logos in white." So that's these logos right here, these big circle logos. He needs these in white. He also needs mostly Roman logos. So Roman logos, I actually don't know. I think I know what he means by that, but I'm not sure. It could mean this as well. But I'll check with him here, and then I'll just chop up the video. But I just really want to show you guys how to set up a gang sheet and how we do this. And then he also needs as many small circle and small A logos that can fit. So that's this one right here. He basically needs all of these in white. And because I'm on my new MacBook, I actually don't have a 22 by 60 set up. So I'm gonna show you guys how to do that right now. I actually had another guy send me an awesome email too. I won't show you the email, but I will read it to you. So his question was, "I just watched your video on how to correct the resolution on graphics and was kind of confused. I don't know how to use Adobe Illustrator at all." So I'm showing you guys in Adobe Illustrator. Let's make this great background. There you go. So would it be better if I just upload the graphics to Canva and then download them in PNG and having the resolution high when I download, share them? I don't know how the step-to-step of what to do is correct on the resolution in AI. I have watched the video twice and can't seem to understand how to do it in AI. Can you tell me the steps, or would it'd just be better doing it in Canva the way I explained? Well, the way that you explained, Canva doesn't up the resolution. So even though you think that you're exporting, it doesn't actually change the resolution of the image. It just creates a bigger file, but the resolution of the image never changes. So if you go into Canva, these are vectored images. So these are at the highest quality. That's why they're turning blue. They're at the highest quality, and I'll show you guys the difference between a low resolution image and what these are. If I pull one of these to the side and then I zoom in, scroll over here, I can just keep going in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. You're not going to see any pixels. I'm already at 281, 315. See how smooth everything is. And I can change this color. So Mr. Justin is asking for white. He basically wants an all white 22 by 60 gang sheet. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. But to answer Mr. Mac, no, doing that in Canva will not change the resolution of the image. If you have AI, this is how you check the resolution. You pull the image in just like I have here, and you just zoom in. If you see pixels, it's poor resolution. If you don't see pixels, it's high resolution. But let's move on with this gang sheet here. We're gonna hit File, we're gonna hit New, because we're gonna create a new artboard. And you see I have 22 by 60 here, I have 8 by 8. I created an 8 by 8 whenever I'm doing just one image. So to create a new artboard, and I suggest if you have AI, you want to have all of the artboards, all of the transfer sizes that we sell, you want to have your artboard in the same exact size. So we have 22 by 12, 22 by 24, 22 by 36, and 22 by 60. So we suggest that you have those in your AI as well. You see, I only have one because I have a brand new computer. So I'm going to go ahead and start the next one, but I figured I'd do this on camera with you guys. So we always want to go with 22 width, and then the height that I need to go with is going to be 60. It needs to be in inches. Orientation needs to be this one right here to the left. And then you want to also do CMYK color and high resolution. After that, just hit create. Boom. So now we have our awesome blank 22 by 60 artboard ready to go. Mr. Justin needs, let's go back to his email over here off screen. Mr. Justin needs mostly white Roman logos. So I think I have that on my hard drive of his. I definitely save his. These are like a lot of stuff that I work on, a lot of things. Let's see if it's on this black one. And if it is on this black one, I can always change it white because it's a vectored image. So yes, so I do have the Roman logo. So that's his what is this, 15 or 518? I think that's the number that this adds up to. V and 10, that's 15. And then V, 5 and 8, that's, yeah, 518, I guess. I don't know, that's the Roman numbers that he has, but he needs big logos of this. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna copy this one. You can right click copy. You can hold Alt and drag, or you can just take it and you can just drag it onto your blank artboard and boom, there we go, we have it. What's great about this is that it's vectored. So I can come in here, he needs white. So I have two options to change this white. Either I can click it, come over here to fill, and I can change it to white. Boom, now it's white. Or to make sure that it actually, and we're gonna actually go ahead and undo that, to make sure it matches to the white that he's always had, I'm gonna come over here, I'm gonna drag this A, because we know that we've sent him this white before and he's liked it, it's matched. So to match this white, we're gonna drag it into our blank artboard, leave it, we're gonna tap this white, and then we're gonna hit the plus sign. And we're gonna add it, CMYK, to this color board. Now that white is right here, right here. See, there's this white, and then there's the white that's already selected. So that's the white that we're gonna change to this. So we're gonna tap this one, we're gonna click this, we're gonna, boop, we're gonna add it. And you know that it's been added because it'll have this little triangle thing here at the bottom. It'll kind of be outlined. So now our Roman logo matches the same color white as the letter A, which is what he was also asking for. And we wanna make sure that the size is still the same. So he likes 9 width and height the way that it is. It's in proportion because it's gonna go on big shirts. So again, this is what we do. We read your email and then we lay out your gang sheet specifically to what you would like, and then we send you a proof. Now, if you have a cell phone or an old computer, or you don't have AI and you're just looking, or you're just responding to the email, sure, that looks great. And then once you approve, we print, we're sending it to the printer, and then it's gonna be printed. So if there's anything, if there's any discrepancies or anything that you didn't catch, that's on you, because we're sending you the proof for you to actually check it out. You don't have the hardware or the software to check it out, that's not on us. Because we get a lot of people who get upset that they will send us something and be like, well, I wanted this. So this, like in the email, there's actually no sizes. It just says, I need mostly white Roman logos. So your logo is at 9 width and 2.83 height. Now again, this is my cousin. I know exactly what he means by this, but we get a lot of people who might want this logo maybe smaller. Maybe they've sold a bunch of women's sizes and they need 7 inches wide and whatever that is height. But if you don't put that in the email and then we send you back a gang sheet, which I'm about to do, and you look at it and you're like, oh, okay, cool, that's perfect. And then whenever you get it, the sizes are too small or you don't like it, well, we've done our due diligence, because most companies don't even do that. They're not gonna send you a proof. They're just gonna go ahead and print whatever you upload. And in this situation, he doesn't know what to upload, but we already have all of his stuff on file. So we're gonna actually make since we're working with white, I'm gonna go ahead and I know this might make it look really weird. You know what? What I'll do is I'll just make a square. Let's make a square since we're working with white. We'll make it bigger than the board. And then we're just gonna change the color to like a light gray, something like that, so that we can see the white. Cancel, go back to our thing. And then now whenever we drag this on here, boom, we should be able to see it. Oh, come on, let's put the square in the back. Sorry, arrange, center back, there we go. Now we can see our square or our rectangle. I like to leave a little room. Let's zoom in here. Let's, yeah, like that, because the file name might be like right there. Okay, so we got our first logo on the gang sheet, on the 22 by 60 gang sheet. The next thing that he needs is 3 or 4 big circle logo in white. So big circle logo in white. That's this buddy right here. We're just gonna hold it and bring it in here. And we're gonna drop it. Now, what didn't it do? Oh man, it didn't grab everything that I needed. You gotta pay attention to that whenever you are creating a gang sheet. Whenever we come back and we grab this whole thing, there's a bunch more in there. There's the 518 clothing and stuff like that. That's how all of his logos are. They include all of these other letters on it. So you got to be very conscious of that, and how we make sure that we grab everything. We go over here and delete this. How we make sure that we grab everything. Actually, want to grab this little 1980. We're just going to move it back over here, that back on the sheet. Okay. So this way, I want to grab everything here. I don't want to grab anything and pieces get left behind. You're going to highlight the whole thing and you're going to hit group. Now, whenever I drag this to the new page, boom, everything comes along with it. Okay. So he needs 3 or 4 of these. So let's go ahead and let's get, which will be probably some of the biggest ones, biggest images on here. Let's get these on the sheet. I like to get the big ones on the sheet first and then fill in the gaps. We're gonna go over here. We're gonna place this big body right here. We're gonna come down a little bit. And because these are only 9 inches, we should be able to fit 2 of them. You know, this is good. Let's go ahead. Now he said 3 or 4. I'm gonna do 4. I'm gonna go with the bigger of the number. If there's more room left, then I'll add more. So hold Alt, drag another one, boom. And we're gonna select both, hold Alt, drag another one, boom. Now we have 4. So now we're doing good. We're locked in. We answered his email. We got 4 of them ready to go, both in white. And then he said, as many small circle and small A logos you can fit. What size A logos do we have over here that are small? I don't think I have any. Oh, okay, so I do have a small A. It's already in proportion, 3 by 3, and I have a small circle logo, 3 by 3. Okay, so let's drag this. It already is grouped. See, it says ungroup, so that means whenever I drag the A, this little thing will also get dragged with it. Pull this in over here. So A, little A. He actually didn't ask for any big A's. I just need mostly white Roman logos, 3 or 4 big circle logos, and as many small circle as small A logos you can fit, all white, okay? We don't need any big A's, so delete this. And then he said mostly white Roman logos. That's not a specific number, and normally we would ask you, what do you mean by mostly, right? Because mostly isn't, and these are things that we try to teach you whenever you're ordering from us. Don't be vague like mostly, you know what I mean? Because I could decide to just do 5 and fill in this, because they're 9 inches. I could fill in a lot of these and then fill in the rest because you say as many small circle and small A logos as you can fit. But you're asking for a lot of small logos and you're asking for mostly Roman logos, but you're not giving anything specific. So these are things that we ask you guys to really kind of, do your due diligence whenever you're asking us to set up a gang sheet, because that's what's going on here. You're asking us to set up a gang sheet. Well, don't be vague. Be very precise, because at the end of the day, once you get it, or once we send you a proof, you might be like, well, that's not enough Roman logos. I need more, or something like that. And be very specific, because whenever we go back to this page, this Roman logo, and I want to say that there's one more, there's these little ones. You never know, maybe both of these could be the same thing, and I don't know which one you're actually wanting. So please be very specific when telling us what you want whenever we are building your gang sheet. And this is the reason why we charge $25, because look how much time it's taking me to create this gang sheet. Even though I'm filming, I'm taking a little longer, I still have to decipher what you want because you're not specific. The only thing that you were specific on, and you were still kind of vague there, was the 3 or 4 big logos. You know what I mean? So that's why we charge now, because it just takes up a lot of our time. We have to be compensated for that. I'm gonna come back over here. We have the 4 big white logos, and then we have the Roman logos. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start adding these, because that's the biggest things that we can fit. And then we're gonna squeeze in everything else on the inside. We got this right here. I'm gonna go grab this little small logo. He did say he wanted some small whites. So let's see, take this, let's zoom in here. I want to make sure that I grab a good small white one. Let's see, okay. Oh, it's grouped, okay. As long as it's grouped, I'll make sure I get it. Boom, now I got the small white, so I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate this. And then let's start, you know what we're gonna do? We're actually gonna rotate these 90 degrees so I can fit more like this. Let's delete this one, multiply this one, boop. And we're gonna select this one, and boop. We're gonna double. All I'm doing is Alt Control Alt. Dang it, because I got this stupid whiteboard behind me. Selecting the whiteboard. There we go. Add a little more space. Boop. Boop. Bam. Bam. And we're gonna duplicate these. Put these like this. So he has room to cut. Add 2 more. I think I can fit 2. I'll probably fit 3, but I'll just do it like that, leave them some. Drag these down here, and then he said mostly, so I need mostly white Roman. So what I'm going to do is select let's move this off. Just move this over here to the left. Let's come in here, let's select all these, and let's do them again. He said mostly, so that's mostly all filled in, nothing's touching. Put this back to make sure nothing's touching, it's not touching the edge. So now, just like he asked, we have 4 big logos. Well, I'm sorry, it starts with mostly Roman logos. We got them, oh, they're actually touching, so let's change that. Let's go ahead and change that. You always wanna make sure that they're not touching, and they are. So maybe I might need to move this row up a bit, okay? And let's move this row up a bit. This is why working with white is really hard. Okay, I'm gonna slide this back in here, turn this off. Okay, now everything is good. We can actually move these up a little bit. Boom, so he has enough room to cut. Okay, so I'm only able to fit a few of the small images. As many small logos that you can fit, all white, great. There's not that much room because you want mostly Roman logos. Again, you're not specific, so this is what I'm forced to do. We get, you know, sometimes we get people who are upset, but this is, you know, this is exactly what you asked for. If you want more, I know we definitely try to maximize your sheet, but this is why it's better if you learn how to do this, because you're gonna maximize your sheet to the best of your ability, because you're not on a time crunch. If I take 2-3 days to do this, you guys are gonna be upset. Like, dang, why did it take so long for you to do this? Well, we have, you know, thousands of people per day. What was it, 180? You know, we have thousands of people per day who are asking us basically to do the exact same thing. We're gonna create another one. We're gonna go back to 90, because this should fit right here. That should fit right there. We're gonna create another one. I'm gonna rotate you. Boom. So I'm trying to fit them as the best place possible. I got 3 up there, and I think I can fit 1 more here. I'll move him like this and move him like that, and then that's really it. So now that I have this done, I will save it. And today is, we're gonna delete this. Go here, we're gonna save it. And now this is the gang sheet that I would send. I would screenshot this and send to him for approval. And this is the same process that we do for you guys. And again, it's sent like this. So, you know, I'll actually leave, I'll undo clear. I'll leave this for my screenshot so that you guys can actually see it and so that he can see it. But I know for a fact he doesn't have AI. So even if I were to mess up or something like that, he wouldn't see it. And that happens. Sometimes we may mess up as well. Sometimes other people mess up, or you know, things may happen. But if you don't catch it, whenever it's time to approve, then it'll get printed like that. Now, 90% of the time, 99% of the time at the printer, our text will be like, hey guys, you guys have something touching. Do you want it printed like that? And then we'll be like, no, don't do that. Let me go fix it and then send it to you. So that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Hopefully you guys learned a lot in this video and learned how to set up a gang sheet 22 by 24 using AI. And hopefully you watch this and are inspired to go learn how to do this yourself, because you're gonna speed up the process. He sent this email 1 day ago. I'm just now getting to it because we answer all emails in the order in which they are received. And then I'm also having to set up his gang sheet versus him just setting this up himself, sending it just to be printed. It would have been printed in the second he sent it. We would have looked at it, approved it, and then been like, okay, this looks good, it's ready for print. Versus, hey, how are you? I just need mostly white Roman logos and 3 or 4 big logos and all this other stuff. And then we have to go back in our archives and find it and stuff like that. So, and a lot of people's stuff we don't keep. 99% of stuff we don't keep. So we'll have to re-ask you for those images and stuff like that. Then you might not have it, and it really makes the process a lot longer. So please do your due diligence. And if you're gonna be in this industry, please learn how to use the softwares that are required. If you were a mechanic, you wouldn't walk into Jiffy Lube, or you wouldn't walk into Firestone or any, or dealership and say, hey, I wanna be a mechanic, but can I use all of your tools? And can you do the jobs for me? You know what I mean? Like, they'd be like, well, why are you here then if you don't know how to do the job yourself? So again, hopefully this video helps you guys. Remember to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And again, we're just trying to be transparent and just teach you all the ins and outs of this business so that you can grow your own business, or so that you can speed up the process of making your own transfers or clothing or whatever. Remember, the more that you learn, the more that you can offer your services to somebody else and start making money from the things that you learn from us. Be basic, guys. Peace.